Hi there, thanks for watching this video. We'll be looking at how to create a bar chart inside of our Flutter applications. We'll be using something called Charts Flutter, and the project that we're doing at this point is World of Warcraft subscribers by year. So this is a very oversimplified estimated dataset, and we have 2008 to 2015. We'll be able to select items, and also we'll be able to change colors for each bar. That's all to look forward to in this video. Let's get started. So as always, we'll be starting off with a new Flutter project using Flutter create. We'll call this one bar_wow, and we'll hit enter. This will go ahead and create a new Flutter project. As you can see, I need to upgrade my version, but providing you have the Flutter SDK installed, this should work on your machine. It shouldn't take too long. Once it says all done, we can then cd into that directory and open up inside of VS Code. So let's cd into bar_wow and open this up using code space dot. Before we run this on the device, I want to head over to the pubspec.yaml and add the following project. We'll need to scroll down until we get dependencies. And inside of dependencies, underneath the Cupertino icons, I'm going to add something called charts_flutter. And we'll set the version to be 081. You can omit the version number if you want to get the latest version of Charts Flutter, but for this video, I'd recommend we stick to 081. When we hit save, it'll automatically go and get the package, providing we have the Flutter VS Code extension, which I definitely recommend you have. If you haven't seen my video on extensions for Flutter, I definitely recommend you check that out. At this point, we can go ahead and run our application on either the iOS or Android emulator or a physical device. It's entirely up to you. I'll be using the iOS simulator for this. So I'll remove Zen mode at this point just so you can see, and we'll hit over to the debug button here. We'll hit the play, and it should ask us for Dart and Flutter. We'll hit Dart and Flutter, and because I already have the iOS simulator open, it will go ahead and select that. So we should now have a very basic Flutter application. We can press this Fab button, and the Fab button count, of course, will increase. We'll go ahead and delete everything inside of this file. We'll leave the main and the run app import, so we can say class my app extends stateless widget, and then we'll hit command dot on this my app. We'll return a material app, and we'll simply leave this blank for now. We'll go ahead and create the other page. So inside of lib, we can create a new page, and that will be called home.dart. So home.dart can be a stateless widget. We'll call this a home page. We'll need to ensure that we import material.dart. We don't necessarily need this constructor, and it will return at this point in time just a scaffold. So we can return a scaffold. It will have the body of center, the child of text, hello Flutter. Then inside of main.dart, we can set the home equal to that home page. We'll need to make sure we import that. And I'll also get rid of the debug show checked mode banner. We can now see we have hello Flutter on screen. Now let's go ahead and create the model for our subscriber series. So we'll create a new file called subscriber series.dart. And this will be quite simple. We'll have a class called subscriber series. We'll have a string of year. We'll have an int for the amount of subscribers. We'll also have a look at changing the bar chart color at some point. And that takes a color from the charts package. So we'll need to import the package for charts Flutter. And we'll give that a representation as charts. Now we can use the type charts.color for the color. And we can call this a bar color if we want. Now we simply just have to make a constructor for this. We'll say this.year, this.subscribers, and of course we'll need that bar color. We can also make these properties required. We can import the foundation.dart And this just means that all of these fields will be required whenever it comes to creating a new series item. Let's now make a subscriber chart. So we can say subscriber chart .dart. This will also be a stateless widget called subscriber chart. We'll need to import the material.dart. And whenever we use the subscriber chart, we'll need to pass in that data. So that data will be a list of subscriber series. And we'll call this data. We'll need to also import our subscriber series. We'll also give the subscriber chart a constructor that takes in the data. So that will be required once again because we can't have the chart without the data, of course. And then for the build method, we can create what's known as a bar chart. So we'll remove the container and we'll say charts.barchart. Of course, this won't be found at this point because we'll need to import the charts package. So we'll just take it from the series and we'll paste that in there as charts. So we're nearly there. Next up now we need to turn this data into the series itself. So we can say list charts.series. This will be the type of subscriber series. And string. That will be a list of items. The first list in that item will be a charts.series. We'll give this the ID of subscribers. We'll pass the data for the series items as the data that gets passed in. And then we have different ways to sort of represent that bar chart. So we have the domain function, we have the measurement function, and then any color function for the bar itself. So the domain will be that year. So that will be a subscriber series, and we'll set the domain to series.year. The measurement function will be the amount of subscribers for that particular domain. So we'll say subscriber series once again. And we don't need this second prop, so that's why we're just putting that underscore. And we'll set that to series.subscribers. And for the color function, we'll take the same properties once again. But this time we want the series.barColor. And then we can save this and add this to our home page. So inside of our home page right now, we're just going to define a list of those subscriber series data. So you'd probably get this from an API, maybe using Firestore, something like that. But for us, we'll just simply define it inside of this page. So that will be a final list of subscriber series. And we'll set the data equal to the following. We'll need to import the subscriber series, of course. And I'm just going to paste in some items. And the data is not necessarily that important. This will be different for you. So once we make sure we have the charts, of course, imported, we should be able to see that we have the year 2008. We have 10 million subscribers with this particular bar color. Same for 2009, but we have 11 million this time, etc. Now that we have both the data and the charts, we should be able to say subscriber chart. We'll need to make sure we import that and pass the data equal to the data we just defined. And once we hit save, you'll notice that it hot reloads and we instantly have that chart. At the moment, it currently takes up all of the screen. So we will need to, of course, put this into a little card of its own. So instead of returning this charts.barchart, we'll get rid of that and we'll return a container. The container will have a height of 400. We'll set some padding around the container, perhaps 20, just like that. We'll set the child equal to a card. The card can have a child of a column because we'll be putting more than one thing inside of this card. It won't necessarily just be, of course, the chart. We might want a title, we might want other things. So this column allows us to do that. Let's put a text element, say World of Warcraft subscribers by year. We'll also set a style of theme of context. And perhaps we'll want the text theme of body 2. That should give us a bold bit of text, just like that. Then inside of the card, we'll probably want some padding, so we can, instead of adding the column, we can add padding around that. We'll leave it at 8 for now. Now you can see we have some padding around that title. And then let's add that bar chart back in. But we have a problem. We have the bottom overflowed by infinity pixels, and that's just because we need to tell the bar chart how to expand into this card. So we'll wrap that in an expanded widget with the child of that bar chart, and there we have it. We have the World of Warcraft subscribers by year. We have the bar chart inside of a nicer looking card. We can go to the home, and instead of just having a scaffold with a body, we can give this an app bar, perhaps with the title of World of Warcraft subscribers. Maybe change the background color to colors.red. And right now we are setting the bar color for each one of these bars using this charts.colorUtil.FromDarkColor. And then we are selecting, for example, something like colors.blue, but of course we are for the horde, so we'll get rid of the blue. Now you can see we have this red bar color. We could set a default on this so we wouldn't have to define it each time. This would be a good idea if you just simply want to have a basic bar color of blue, but also the ability in the future to override this. We also can have a function which determines the color for the particular bar, perhaps on the value of subscribers or something like that. So this has been how we can create a very simple bar chart using Flutter and the Charts Flutter package. And we'll be looking at other bar charts in the near future. We'll be looking at line charts, pie charts, and much more. Let me know if you found this video useful in the comments. Hit the subscribe button and of course notification bell to stay updated. And I'll see you soon in my next video.